Hey everybody, ever wonder what it's like to walk around Edinburgh? Let's find out on today's episode of Adventuring Spiders. All right, welcome back everybody. On today's episode, we are doing a walking tour throughout Edinburgh, Scotland. We are starting today at St. Giles Cathedral, and we are going to be walking around the city. Most of the things here at this time of year open at 10 a.m., so we're just waiting to get into St. Giles. It is free to get in, and that's what we're going to be doing, is a walking tour of all the things that you can see for free. All right, so as I said, our first stop, St. Giles Cathedral. We are about to head in, and as I said, free, although they recommend a small donation to enter, which we will gladly do. I will say that this church looks somewhat impressive even from the outside, and given that we were in London and slightly disappointed with Westminster Abbey, we'll see how this compares. All right, we just got inside St. Giles. Absolutely beautiful cathedral. And what's nice about it is it's relatively quiet. Big pipe organ here, massive. It would be really nice to hear this playing. Just learned that the first burial in this church was in 1124. Alright, I'm standing here in the center of the chapel. This is looking towards the main entrance. And then you've got the beautiful stained glass all the way around. Absolutely beautiful, including a stunning roof. All right, so we have finished inside St. Giles Cathedral. Beautiful, beautiful cathedral, and now we are walking over to the Scott Monument. This is an iconic monument here in Edinburgh. You will see it in a lot of people's photos. And it is just a short walk, about 7 minutes away to the north. Alright, there are a lot of small little streets here in Edinburgh, and there are a lot of hills. And this is one of them, Advocates Close. Beautiful, beautiful little alleyway that we're going to take on our trip towards the monument. Alright, we just got to the Scott Monument here at the edge of this park, and what an amazing structure it is. Very Gothic. It's quite the monument indeed. So some facts about the Scott Monument here. It was built to commemorate Sir Walter Scott, and it is of course Gothic in design. And you can go inside when it's open. There are 267 steps that you can climb to get all the way to the top if you want to get the view of Edinburgh. Alright, now we're just leaving the Scott Memorial, and you can see downtown Edinburgh with Edinburgh Castle up on the hill. That is not where we're going next. Nice park here, the National Gallery, some museums. But what we're headed to next is Victoria Street, which is just back behind all these buildings here in the distance. All right, we have now crossed over, back over the bridge, back to the south side, and we are about to head to Victoria Street. Now, Victoria Street is supposedly a street that inspired Diagon Alley in Harry Potter. They have a market on Victoria Street on Saturdays, but it is not Saturday today. So we're gonna go have a look. This is where they have the grass market, but as I said, not today. Beautiful shot here with the cathedral in the background. Here's a much more proper view of Victoria Street. And it does have a little bit of a Diagon Alley type feel to it. And it makes one wonder if this was originally called Birdie's or if they changed it after Harry Potter. We just came out of the official Harry Potter shop here in Edinburgh, on Victoria Street, and this was, prior to the movies, a brush shop, toothbrushes, shaving brushes, etc. And it was here for 131 years before it turned into basically a retail store for Harry Potter. It's believed it was the inspiration for Ollivanders, and it's 3 floors. You can go in and look at officially licensed Harry Potter merchandise, one of only a number of locations that are officially licensed to sell products around the world. Alright, we're moving on from Victoria Street, and I thought I would just show this. This is just beside Edinburgh Castle. Just after leaving Victoria Street, there are some free washrooms right to the east of the castle here. Now, it's quite a few stairs to get up here. Victoria Street is off in the distance. We had to come up 3 different flights of stairs to get here, but it is a free washroom and it's clean. Alright, so now we are headed off back south to the Greyfriars Cemetery. Alright, we have made it to Greyfriars. This is a cemetery and church, and wouldn't be a vacation for us if we didn't visit at least one cemetery, but these are pretty cool. Some of these I think are pretty old. We're going to look at some of the headstones. Alright, we're continuing our walking tour here of Greyfriars, and this graveyard was the inspiration of some of the names that were used by J.K. Rowling for Harry Potter. We just recently passed by a plaque of a man named McGonagall, and here we are at the tomb of Tom Riddle. Spelt a little differently, but was apparently the inspiration nonetheless. There's also apparently somewhere here someone also named Potter. Alright, the last of our headstones we wanted to find here, right in front of me, the grave of Anne Potter and Robert Potter. Well, it's actually the grave of James Park Giles. James Park Giles, who is the husband to Anne Potter and the daughter of Robert Potter. We're just at the base here of Edinburgh Castle at a place called Granny's Green Steps. A lot of steps to get back up, and we're going to continue down. Our next stop now is a little village. We're going to follow the wall here, the lower wall below Edinburgh Castle. It's past the Johnny Walker store here on Princess Street, continuing on our way down to Dean Village. We're getting close now. There are a lot of places here that you can get whiskey, as you might expect. Alright, we've reached the entrance of Dean Village. And we have to cross this bridge that I'm standing on. This nice little stream that separates it. Very, very pretty area. And in addition to it being a nice little village spot, apparently there are some waterfalls, water wheels. So we're gonna go check it out. Alright, We have reached the edge of the village here in this little stream called the Water of Leith. And there's a nice little walk along the stream that we're going to take right now. Just stopped at one of the waterfalls here along the Water of Leith. Very beautiful area. Just an absolutely thick carpet here. Nice little place here to stop for a break. Mostly for my tired legs, not theirs. But nice little view. All right, that's it. We are headed back to our hotel. Leaving the area of Dean that you see below me here. This is actually Dean's Bridge. That was just a little bit of a walking tour here of Edinburgh. We had about 6 hours to kill, and that's about what it took. 5 hours, I think. So if you ever find yourself here and you're looking for something to do that was all completely free, there you go. You got yourself a little tour you can follow. All told, I think about 8.5, 9 kilometers, so doable, and you can take a lot of breaks if you had the entire day. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed another adventure, and if you did, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and until next time, good adventuring.